him go inside, but before that, he asked me for Venmo. Then called everyone in his contact list for Venmo. Nobody would give it to him. Big surprise. And I made him go in. Turned out they weren't going to call the police. So personally, I think they deserve to get robbed.
Okay, but the police, I don't think that would have been a good idea. Like,
not really, but at least you have pictures of the guy.
Yeah.
Can like
I see what you're
build a
saying.
case. And went in to make sure, because my car, my plates.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing coming in? It's none of your business. And I said, you're lucky I have a sense of humor, because I could beat you up and claim you were trying to hurt me after the crime happened.
Yeah. Because that's such a liability to your job, too. Like,
yeah.
doing that.
But you haven't lived until you meet your first terrorist cell or your first incel. I don't know what he was. He was from Saudi Arabia, and he believed women shouldn't drive. And he wanted me to pick him up from the airport. And for 30 minutes, he just started talking about why women shouldn't fly or drive.
Dude!
Of course, the whole time I was thinking, well, it wasn't female Saudis that flew into the North Tower. It was male. Yeah.
I bet you have just like so many incredible stories. Just like being a Lyft driver, you probably meet so many people now.
It's a good thing I knew certain words when people would ask me them, so now I know what they were talking about. I mean, I've had people decide to conceive their first kid on my back seat.
Oh my God.
I've had one guy throw up in my back seat. I've had I had a wife order her husband an Uber, and then he tried to ask me out the whole time.
While she was there?
She didn't come
she
along.
ordered.
And I said, I've met some ignorant people, but you're the first idiot I've met.
Did you tell him that?
Yes.
That's amazing.
And I said, do you know whose account I have open right now?
Yes.
With messaging possibilities?
Period.
So I sent her a little message,
Good.
and he didn't get in the house before I heard her screaming at him.
Good.
Something like, you don't know what alimony is? Well, you're about to find out.
Wow.
Turned out I was the third person that's tried to get involved. Yeah, he's gonna be he's gonna be divorced.
That'd be good.
I've had indecent exposure.
No.
Something about Lyft brings out the crazies. I've seen a woman get out of my car and beat someone up.
Yeah.
I've driven 4 African American guys home, and they were talking about all the women that they've pulled tail that night.
Goodness.
Yeah, one of them was married. So, of course, that one time I almost ran over a pickup. She was laying in the road like a speed bump, sleeping.
Gosh.
And it was 11 o'clock at night. Sleep deprivation. Yeah.
I feel like you could literally do any job if you can handle all these crazy situations.
I had one woman find out in my back seat after a call from her doctor that she'd eaten infected pork at a Korean restaurant.
Oh my God.
Yeah, she